Very good. Okay, thank you.
Proposed ultra-fast maglev line. The camera that's on this lady here, not looking too busy. Hello, I am off to the 23rd CIIF at the NECC. That will be the China International Industrial Fair at the National Exhibition and Convention Center here in Shanghai. It's all the way over in Hongqiao. It's going to take me about 40 minutes on Metro Lines 11 and 2 to get there, and then we'll see the exhibition. It actually breaks into 9 individual sub-expos, which I'll explain a little bit later on. And so this will be fairly long video, but what I'll do is I'll subdivide it into chapters to cover the various expos. I'll do is I'll go through the actual mini expos in order. So I'll actually start at the new energy vehicle auto show, and I'm imagining we'll see some of the classic Chinese electric cars there, and then go through in order. Otherwise I'll get completely mixed up. And then here's the other 4 here, 1, 2, 3, 4. The starting point, hall 1.1, down on the first floor. We've got energy and new energy auto show, so you can see smart grids, storage, new energy, intelligent control, hydrogen, etc. Now, for the amount of people that were outside, this isn't looking too bad in here. We're in 1.1, the new energy auto show, large Italian pavilion behind me there, so they've actually organised themselves pretty well. And then we've got some of the car exhibitors here, but it's not many. I think we've got VW, BMW, SAIC, but not BYD or any of the other really large brands and stands that we've seen before. At least that's how it looks to me at the moment. A bit of a closer look in the Italian stand here, the Italian pavilion. A little bit quiet at the moment. There's Worth tooling, and we've got some bikes here. Slightly odd to have an exhaust pipe or pipes on a new energy vehicle stand, and some exhaust pipes on the Maserati and an exhaust pipe on the Ducati. Some presentations going on already. The SAIC stand, and here we have the MG Cyberster, which is supposedly going to be an affordable roadster. I don't think it's launched yet. If it is, I apologise, and I'll put some notes up on the screen. Looking good. Here is the SAIC Volkswagen stand with an ID 6, 3 and 4. SAIC together with the American brands. We saw this a recent show as well. There's the Lyrique, the E5, etc. Here we've got Audi. This is GAC. They don't help you out with the badge there, but this is an Ion sub-brand. And here we have the BMW stand, the ever-popular i7, and there's the iX3. Just 3 cars on that stand today. So that's pretty much it as far as the full vehicle elements of the new energy auto show are concerned. Not a massive showing, basically SAIC and their partners. Here we have one of the forum areas going on, and they're doing some kind of presentation. I'll just have a look in. We're in the new energy auto show, but I'm seeing a build your cloud connected lab and some bioreactors here. So that's a little bit of an odd position. That's parallelbioreactor.com. I'm just going to have a closer look on the German pavilion. Actually relatively small. Got some wire, some chip manufacturing. There's that Audi again. Here's another forums area we can look in on, which is the College of Electrical Engineering in Zhejiang University. So that was 1.1, the new energy auto show. What I'll do now is go again through 1.1, but the other half, which is the energy show. a little bit quiet in the energy area there. There was a little bit of renewables. I saw some wind power elements. It's 10:50 in the morning on third day of 5 days. So, you know, maybe it hasn't picked up just yet. There's the list of exhibitors. We are going into 2.1, which is the metalworking and CNC machine area. I'm expecting this to be a little bit busier. Innovatrol, I guess they're saying that they previously cut that. What they're working on here is a new statue. It'll be difficult to give you loads of individual details, but this exhibition is covering 300,000 square meters. It's got 2,800 exhibitors from 30 countries. I'm in the metalworking hall right now, and I'll try and show you again what it's like here. We've got a Hong Kong pavilion there. That's a run of one of the corridors in Hall 2, which is the metalworking area. You might have seen that there was some work holding devices, there's some spot welding elements, some laser cutting, some robotics, some bending equipment on this stand here. Laser cutting area, and I think there's probably Hans Laser, which is a classically well-known laser cutting supplier up ahead. Here are some more pneumatic elements, so we've got some valve islands and some various grippers and actuators, and that's a new brand I've never heard of before, but that's Hung Lee, so that's interesting. Here we do have Hans Laser. I recognise them by their font, because they always use this font, but they're calling themselves Innovation Laser now, but that's definitely a Hans Laser stand. This is JQ Laser. Nice to see a bit of safety guarding on this stand. This is not the Jacka stand, but they're using a Jacka robot there. And I think Jacka won the Innovation Award here in 2020. The show was closed 21 and 22, by the way, but it went virtual, it went online. That is Hall 2.1 done behind me now. And we then go into, I'm assuming it's Hall 3, and it is where the metalworking machinery continues. Okay, this is not Hall 3, this is this little element that they've added between Halls 2 and 3. I don't know whether they needed the extra space, but it comes with its own entrance hall, and that's why it's busier here. That was the NH, I guess, North Halls area, and here we have Hall 3. Hall 3 is more metalworking and CNC machine, and noisy. Getting busy here. This is the Trump stand. Start the evolution of manufacturing. There's some metal bending there, a little bit more metal bending. Look, they're making little cars here, which is interesting. Thank you very much, sir. And let's go down this corridor here.
Very good. Okay, thank you.
What do you do?
Yeah, we do for the laser machines, laser welding.
Laser
yes,
welding?
Laser welding.
Laser cutting?
Yeah, laser cutting, laser cleaning, laser marking.
Right, okay, good luck.
Now you can check, you can see these machines. Yeah, this is for the air cooling, it's a very smart one. It's only 25 kg. And also for this laser cleaning machine, it's only 10 kgs. And also for this laser marking machine, it's only 5 kgs, right? It's very smart. And with that inside, it's wherever you can take it, right?
And the name of your company is?
Yeah, the company is Hero Laser.
Okay, good luck.
Yes.
Good luck to you.
Good luck.
Has the expo been good for you?
Yes. Okay. Good.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
Bye. Yeah.
here is Hans Laser. You can see that font I was talking about. So has Innovation Laser copied them, or are they a subsidiary? Or there's a typical laser cutting bed, that's what they would be known for. Yet more sheet metal bending, but at least we've got some other items, like here we've got like a die press going on here. That'll be a safety laser barrier there, and they're not pressing anything right now, but they're doing a bit of deep drawing of elements like that. Again, something slightly different to metal forming. These are vertical storage devices if you've not got much warehouse space. Just looking at some of the jigging here, but what we've got there is a lot of pneumatics, and that is an air-tack set of valves. They're a Taiwanese company that have done pretty well in the Chinese market recently. Here are some machines doing a bit of dressing, and I'm guessing some riveting going on here, or some simulated riveting. Okay, danger, danger, danger. This is a 60 kilowatt laser, and it is cutting through material that looks like it's about, I don't know, 20 millimeters thick. So there you go, that's kind of the thickness of the material there. That's probably 30 millimeters thick. That was hall 3, and yet more metalworking coming into 4.1 here. Getting busy here. Kients. We see a lot of Kients around. They're a famous sensor manufacturer. I was seeing a lot of Kients because it is the Kients stand. So like I said, they do a lot of measurement devices and sensors, classically used a lot in automatic testing, etc. Some material handling going on. There's some forklift trucks, objects at height. Still wondering about the health and safety elements here. We are in 4.1, so we've done that bit. Okay, so we are halfway round on the first level. There's all of that stuff to do as well. I think the machinery here, so we're still in metalworking, I don't think it's bending anymore. It should be CNC, looks like it. So there, for example, yeah, there you go. So that's a large CNC machine, computer numerically controlled. There's a cutting head there. You can see it's handling the workpiece. That's quite a large bed. Then there's some other cutting, that's just saws. Whilst we're still in the metalworking area, I just wanted to say I feel that there are some dangerous activities going on. So kind of as a disclaimer, I have not been getting my hands or feet anywhere near some of the equipment. I've been holding the camera at length. I've not been looking at any of the laser cutting heads. I've been filming them through the camera and looking through the safety screens. There are also weights at height, so we've been avoiding getting too close to those as well. It would be interesting for this exhibition to consider improving its safety certification of the various stands. Now we're going to go on to 5, which is where the robotics starts, so it should be a little bit more exciting. And here we have a machine that throws a ball in the air. Here we have Rittel. They're quite famously known for their cabinets, so you'll see a lot of cabinets there. Hall 5 is not robotics, it's actually the industrial automation hall, so we expect to see quite a lot of pneumatics, maybe some robotics. Here is Festo, very famous German supplier of automation equipment. Let's have a look at them.
稍后下午1点30分，欢迎大家继续来到我们的展台，稍事休息，下午再见，谢谢，再见。
Here you can see a large number of the components, so valve islands and the various bus systems they use, so Profibus, Ethercat, Modbus, etc. And then a few actuators, some grippers, and then various controllers and air preparation equipment. Now what you do is you put those various bits together, and then that enables you to make some automation equipment like that. So you've got some grippers and some slides and some valves and some I/O going. Okay, so there's the actuator there. Now what they've also got is various bits of automation. There's another one there, and also down to the lower pressure fluids for probably some analytical equipment here for life sciences. Here are some components that look like they are also for life sciences. These are probably media separate valves, you can tell from the bases, and then some fluidic channels here, which will all be on lower pressure, low flow for life sciences. You can tell by the heating. The industrial automation section is busy. So some more light barrier and valves there. I'll just walk down this bit, probably speed it up, give you an impression of how much busier it is here. So that's the entire length of Hall 5, and it brings us to Xingyu, which is another company a little bit similar to Festo. They've got some valves, some valve islands, and some air preparation equipment, and a loud presentation going on by this lady here. So, but similar stuff, factory automation with pneumatics. Yeah, it's Kienza displaying their capabilities of measuring items, and they've got a lot of people on their stand. This is some more pneumatic components. This is Shelik, I think. And yet more pneumatics. This is Mindman. Again, air preparation equipment, some actuators, valves, etc. This is a 24 spindle coil winding machine, used for solenoid valves usually, or sensors. That was Hall 5, mainly industrial automation. Here we have Hall 6. Some of the big hitters here, we've got Siemens, a lot of cameras here. 6 is industrial automation, the robotics is in 7 and 8. I'll do another run down the hall, show you how busy it is, and hopefully some interesting exhibitors. You can see we've already got Intel here, we've got SMC, and we've got ABB. They're one of the 4 big hitters as far as robots are concerned. I'm sure we'll see them again in one of the other halls. Okay, here we go. There's Rexroth, Siemens in the middle there. Let's go down to the end. Wow, so I would I'd say that's probably the busiest hall yet. You can see I tried to point the camera at the various big hitters. So we've got Schneider Electric, Mitsubishi, SMC, Rexroth, Panasonic, you know, real big hitters here. Now, I don't normally talk about you know, politics or forecasting the future, but you have to say, you know, if people have got doubts about the Chinese economy, and then you see exhibitions that are as busy as this, you know, there has to be, there's so much activity going on. One of the stands I missed on the way down was Omron. Again, they're mainly known for sensor production, but they're doing you know, quite a lot of automation. They get involved in life sciences as well. What's interesting here is you've got a robot stacking the boxes, and then if you can just see in there, you've got somebody unstacking them. Let's see if we can see the secret helper. There he is. I don't think he was happy about that. Should have said sorry. Some details on the Rockwell stand, Rockwell Automation. This is their smart city concept. You can see transportation and energy generation, etc. Profinet stand, which is actually one of the protocols that's used to communicate. So I guess that's basically saying these are all of the organizations that use Profinet. that was hall 6. Finally, we make it to 7, which is the robotics. Let's see what we've got here. I'm seeing CIIF Robotics English Service and Ice Cream over there. But what I want to do is to go down the hall again. Let's see what we can see. Some robotic material handlers. I+ Mobots. This is just going to be robots, I think. So I know I keep mentioning Jacka, I just see them quite often. They're actually not one of the main 4 manufacturers. That would be, let's see, ABB, Fanuc, Kuka and Yaskawa. But they're up and coming for sure. Big stands, they've got a presentation area there, but absolutely for sure they are becoming a big player. Ale Smart, not Ale Smart. Panchung Robots. There's another stand there, more components. Here's one. Not all robots have to be super fancy. There are some cleaning robots. Some more automatic guided vehicles. There's another Jacka robot. I bet you they are selling at a decent price. Okay. This is called Pro Easy. Obviously one of the things that will be fueling the massive amounts of robots that we've got is, you know, labor costs are going up in China. So it's just robots and more robots. Chapu there in the background. Very large industrial robots there. Here's one of the coffee robots, which is very popular. The lucky winner. So there we've got the 2 robots now. So we've got one giving him the back massage, thank you, and also this one as well doing the legs. Is it on sale at the moment, or is it?
Okay, hello.
Hi. How is your English? Is that okay?
Later.
Okay. Do you sell the robot yet, or is it on the market?
Yes.
So the robot is doing these different points. Right. Okay. So it's using a vision system as well. Yep. Okay. Great. There you go. Okay. Oh, hang on. And there's something going on the other screen as well. If I had, there we go. Look. So here is the massage for the back as well. Cool. Okay. Thank you. I should try it if I had more time. I don't have enough time, otherwise I would. I know. It's a real shame I don't have enough time, otherwise they're offering to put me on the slab. It's a shame I cannot. Anyway, that's it. So I'm going to imagine they've got a vision system going on up here so that the robot can make sure that it catches that ball every time. You can see that the bounces are not consistent, so therefore it is modifying its position. Where's the camera? Ah, there's the camera, right, okay. So as well as the robots themselves, there's a lot of vision system going on as well. So you can see that is me, and that's coming from the camera that's just up there, okay? So that's giving a depth scan so that the robots can work in a 3-dimensional space, okay? That was hall 7, here is 8, which is more of the robotics, and it's the last one of the ground floor halls. And more robotics, Flexiv, I can see Fanuc, here's the big hitters, Fanuc and ABB there in the background. So everything from a bit of assembly there's a screw head on there, to a little bit of packing, that's with Fanuc. This is Kawasaki Robotics, and just to be cute, he says, tripping up, they've got a Kawasaki motorbike on the stand there as well. They're using a robot with some cameras there. So here's the controller for the robot, and you can see there's a robot here and here. This could actually help quite a lot when you're doing visual effects, because you can repeat the movements the robot has done. They've also got a larger setup with the robot here and the motorbike, and I can see from this guy's screen, you can see that they've got some video editing software going on there. Okay, thank you. Also some industrial applications. I don't know why I keep finding them, but there's another Jacko arm. They are popular. I've been talking a lot about cobots, but we haven't seen it specifically written before. There we've got a cobot. So we've got some kind of AGV with a robot arm on board. Cobot, cooperative robot. Hopefully the forces are low enough that you can operate in a safe fashion. And then there are some more from this company here. So TM operating a number of robot arms there. THK, more famous for things like linear drives than robots themselves, but maybe they're diversifying. Let's go down the hall. So let's see what ABB has. Massive white stand for ABB, doing some other items like polishing and placement. Some more automotive assembly, of course. Here we have the Yaskawa stand. I'm not really familiar with them myself, but I guess they must be an automotive supplier. They're one of the big four, allegedly. So from the central stand being the car body here, that must be what they're famous for. So Yamaha are here as well as Kawasaki, some pick and place. Great, space theme. So Robot Phoenix, Mars base. A lot of people say the best thing to do with Mars exploration is send robots first. What do we have down here? Agile robotics. There's another Jacka. Now there's a KUKA. I haven't seen the KUKA stand. I don't know if I missed them or whether they're not here. They must be here. That was all of the ground floor halls done, and what we'll do now are these few halls. That's 7.1. 7.2, the new material industry show. This is a bit quieter here. You can see we're up on the second level, far fewer people. So obviously more about materials here. So there's a steel supplier, Jufeng New Materials, Baowu, again steel I believe. Here we have a bit of a pavilion of smaller suppliers. Something that caught my eye was nanoporous membranes. So you can see here, I think what they're trying to show is that the air is able to get through this material, but the water is not. That's the second pump supplier that I've seen. Seems to be a technology they've got up here in the materials. I suppose that they're doing a fair bit of fluid control for the production of plastics, etc. Yeah, a few carbon fibre and composites, but also some classic plastics, some paper, packing materials. Good luck to them for sustainability. Here we've got, this is 6.2, the Scientific Technological Innovation Show, and some more industrial automation. So this model is interesting. This is the new proposed ultra-fast maglev line, supposedly to go between Shanghai and Beijing in about 2.5 hours, traveling at something like 600 kilometers an hour, but some of the maximum speeds vary on what people say. I do not know how much real line they've got. This is a classic photo I've seen before. It's made by the CRRC. So this is the innovation area, quite a popular forum discussion going there. Shanghai University, I thought there was about 43 actually, but anyway, in Shanghai. East China, Normal University, Northwestern, there was Ocean University, Fudan, and Shanghai Jiao Tong University. That one is very close to me, but there are several sites. Tongli, Nanjing, Dalian, so this is a lot of universities. And here is the Made in Russia stand, not looking too busy. So a little bit of the old HTC Vive VR. A lot of the university stands don't have physical demonstrations, they have more like these descriptive boards, so not so easy for me to dig into. There are, however, some obvious items, so that's a hydrogen fuel cell, and you can see there, so Sino fuel cell, so some hydrogen elements, and there's a refueling device as well. This is one of the roving recharging vehicles. It looks like you have to manually plug it in yourself, but it will come to you if you've parked in a car park where it is available. Here is a Peking opera person who, I guess, the emotions are being controlled by the camera that's on this lady here that I've just surprised. Okay. I think this is the final hall. It's a 5.2 Information and Communication Technology Show and Scientific and Technological Innovation Show. Busier. That is a shake your phone and you win a prize. That's a fairly common activity here. It's good for a bit of audience participation. I don't know if this will work on the camera, but certainly I am getting a good three-dimensional effect off these two screens. A little bit different here, so that's CSSC, that's the China State Shipbuilding Corporation, and we've got a bit of aerospace going on here as well. There's a satellite, and then over here I think we've got the autonomous boat and some drones. Let's have a look at that. Apache 3 and a drone with both rotary and fixed wings. Some more AR solutions as well, as opposed to VR, which would be more suitable to the industrial space. Some more service providers here as well. So we've got Taobao and China Telecom. It's all part of the information and communication technology, so that's totally understandable. China Unicom as well. I guess it's saying here that you've got 64 channels coming in at 30 frames a second, and they can be analysed. So you can see what we've got there is 8 images by 8 images. So that's all of the information simply for Hall 5.2. So you can see how much stuff is going on here. We're kind of in the centre of the four-leaf clover, and you can see behind me some of the many dining options that we've got here. So we're kind of around about lunchtime here, and you can see how busy they get. I've done all of the mini expos. I've come back down to the robotics hall, Hall 8, just to remind you about how busy some of the areas actually were. I've done 19,000 steps, and I'm on my way back to the metro station, which is between halls 4 and 5. Let's see if I can spot anything I missed on the first run. Flexible grippers, we didn't see these on the first time in. These are actually quite important for handling things like textiles, clothing and foodstuffs. Back into 6. And finally 5 for one last visit. This is automation as opposed to robotics. So here we are back in factory automation, now to the robotics bit. The other elements of the show were metalworking, energy saving, information and communication, energy, new energy auto show, new materials, and the scientific and tech innovation show. That's where a lot of the university stands were. Okay, I'm about to get out of here. I hope you enjoyed that as ever, one of the expo videos. Please consider liking, subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.